having Joe Biden or Kamala Harris run the free world? Or Donald Trump? Or all three?
All three of them. No, yeah, Kamala is probably better than the other two in the way that, like, I think swallowing cyanide is better than being burned alive. I think, But no, I think she can do it. She's funny in a way that not a lot of politicians are.
She could definitely go toe-to-toe with Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell you what, she is a benign presence if you were at a barbecue, you would actually be kind of glad that she was there.
I would be glad
I would be glad to see Kamala Harris. She would be entertaining.
I met a woman like her at a barbecue once.
That's so racist.
Okay, that's not what I meant. But coincidentally, she was black. It's a coincidence. She had really long nails. Her name was Brenda. She was really iconic to me. She told me and my girlfriend, she was like, look, I don't agree with it.
Great start.
I'm happy for you too.
She said that to you guys?
Yes.
I don't agree with it, but I'm happy for you guys.
Yeah, it kind of slayed. I loved it. Have you ever gotten that with your fiance?
Not my fiance, but
But another girl's fiance.
No.
Yeah.
When I was in the psych ward this one time, there was this we would have those like group meetings, and then this one lady named Linda. Oh, sorry.
That's
So
okay.
one lady
Named Linda.
One lady.
Wait,
named
hold
Linda.
on. Just pause for a moment. Pause.
All right, here we go. We just want to get this psych ward story completely
Yes,
correct.
we need. Yeah, if you're gonna give us the goods, we need to give you a good plate.
Yeah.
Right, so Kamala also, she reminds me of, this one time I was in the psych ward, and then we would have these meetings, like these meetings to see, like, what's everybody up to, and then this woman named Linda pointed at me, and then she said, you mixed orange juice and vodka, and then you drove, and I went, no, that's not why I'm here. I'm here because I'm having an issue with these sleeping pills that I've been prescribed for years, but then... and then this nurse running the group, she said, Linda, how well do you know Carrie? And Linda says, very well. And I went, Linda, no, I don't know you, Linda. So I thought
Classic
Linda was another patient, but Linda was a nurse.
Oh.
So she was running the group. I was like, wow, I wonder, was Linda trying to get inside my head and make me admit that I drunk drove on New Year's Eve?
Was Linda like the air marshal of
maybe.
the psych ward?
Maybe.
Or you just you go undercover, but is the only cop?
Maybe, probably. I'm gonna, maybe, this it was Havenwick Hospital in Michigan. Maybe Linda still works there.
Let's call her.
Yeah, let's call Linda.
Yeah.
Wait, so you guys were all in group and you thought she was another patient. She must have been unhinged for you to think that.
What sort of stuff did she say or do?
Well, I mean, she was like, I think she'd gotten me mixed up with a different patient.
Okay.
So
How big was this ward?
I was in Ward A.
Okay.
I'd previously been in Ward B, and Ward A, I guess, was where things were a little different, a little more intense.
Okay.
But,
So you upgraded.
I upgraded.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
What's funny?
Tell us the full psych ward experience.
Yeah.
What's it like walking in to walking out?
So so this is the thing, so I'm a diabetes haver.
Yeah.
I have my insulin pump. So they made me take my insulin pump off because they were like, oh, it has a cord. You could hang yourself with this flimsy cord. And I don't think I could do that. I don't want to do that.
You could kill me without the cord.
Yeah. That was the thing. So I had to, but they would do this thing where they check my blood sugar before I would eat something. But like, I guess they didn't also know that like I need insulin when I'm not eating as well, because I have the kind, the type 1 kind,
Yeah.
where it's like your pancreas is just not working, whereas the other kind where I think it's still sort of working, just not as well. But
I didn't know that was this. This may be like very naive, but I literally, for a while, until now, thought the difference was like type 1 you get as a child, and type 2 is like acquired by, like lifestyle or like genetic predisposition that you get later in life.
yeah, I mean, sort of, but it's like so they call type 1 the one I have, the juvenile diabetes, and the other one adult onset diabetes. But the difference is like that you need, with juvenile diabetes, you have to immediately start taking insulin, whereas with the other one, you can kind of take these pills or something.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
But or also take insulin. But yeah, so that was a little irritating, because I was like, yeah, the blood, it's not going to be good. You keep testing my blood sugar. I'm telling you, it's not good. But then I wasn't in there for that long. But I mean, this was the first of a few different psych ward visits I've had. But this was a while ago, so I'm pretty sure they don't do that anymore. And they're probably like, I should have had a note with me saying like, you cannot take take
A
my
doctor's
insulin
note?
pump. Yeah, a doctor's note saying like, this is not a phone. I'm not playing on it. It's just keeps me alive.
Oh, what's up?
man.
Can I play games on your insulin pump?
Yeah, I got Snake and Tetris, all this stuff. Beep, beep, boop, boop. That's all it does. Yeah.
You have Snake on your insulin pump. Welcome to Two Nosy Meerkats, where we have Snake on our insulin pump at all times.
Oh, good.
We exist in the context of all that came before us.
And we have a hell of a coconut tree for you to fall out of
That's
today.
right.
Oh my
yeah.
God, we have incredible comedian Carrie Ross
Carrie
with us
Ross
today.
taking your
Wow.
comedy by storm, in and out of the ward. Carrie has many stories to grace us with
I
today.
am so excited to have you here today. First off, how are you doing?
I'm doing well.
That's wonderful.
Well, knee is hurting, but everybody. I mean that's just as well as as it could be, because my knees are. I'm a human being with real human knees.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that are not made of metal, unfortunately. But maybe later on I'll get one of those.
Your
Yeah.
knees are 100% au naturel, at
Au
least for now.
natural. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
For
took
now.
my knees out. I replaced
Yeah.
them with boobs.
I was gonna ask, do you feel like, what do you think is more attractive, fake knees or real knees?
Ooh. I don't like to say, but I'm a fake knees girl,
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like them big? You like
I
them
like-
bouncing?
I like when I see someone's knees for them to flop in front of me.
Yeah.
I love them in the breeze.
Knees in the breeze.
Knees in the
Knees
breeze.
like the flappy inflatable tube man in
Oh.
car washes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love those car wash men. I've always
too.
loved them.
I
They're
trust them.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you? The first one. What a trendsetter.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they must have thought that they must have been told that they were so stupid. And yet they're probably
never
so
gonna get
they are
anywhere.
not rich. They are probably
Seems like you're really relating to them right now
I
for reasons that are hard to even understand.
the guy who invented the inflatable tube.
No, I think you're relating to inflatable tube.
No. I'm not relating to them. They have no soul. They have nothing.
I
but
don't know.
the guy the guy or gal or them.
Hi, I'm non-binary and I invented the
The
inflatable
inflatable
tube
tube.
man.
Person.
Yeah, inflatable tube person.
It'd be funny if it was a non-binary person who was like, no, this is a man though. They are all men.
This is a cis man. They
Excuse
cannot
me.
change. Well, I'm glad you're doing okay despite your
Glad-
bad knees.
You.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm also non-binary. Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Right. Yeah. It took me a while to realize. Okay.
Whoa.
That's the thing. But
I
What's
wish
your-
that we
Yeah.
asked you to specify, but
Yeah.
thank you for telling us.
Yeah.
So what was your journey?
Yes.
journey with the
I'm gonna turn him on
I-
the AC one more time and hope.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's been so I grew up with like a twin brother. And I remember like when I was the first time I thought about this was like we were at summer camp and it was boiling hot and he was allowed to take his shirt off, but I wasn't. And I went, wait a minute, this is so not fair.
Yeah.
That's a
Fair.
reductive
Not,
way.
not fair, but your thoughts are fair.
Yeah, right. So that, I mean, that's a reductive way of thinking about it. But I've always just sort of like thought that way about myself. Like, I mean, I use like she/they pronouns.
Okay.
So, yeah. Yeah, but it took me a while to like sort of kind of realize that was what was going on. And then thankfully I've been able to read things,
Yeah.
see things on the internet and stuff and see, and just, seeing other comics. It's actually been really helpful. Like,
Yeah.
I don't-
How did it feel the first time that you used they them pronouns?
it was a kind of a relief. Yeah.
That's a
You
good
know,
that's a
I
good
like-
sign.
Yeah.
Because I would always, I used to have like really short hair, which is fine, but even like when I get hit with like a he pronoun, I wouldn't be like, ouch. It would just be like, huh, well that not quite.
Right.
But we're approaching the
Yeah.
zenith. Is that the right
Yeah,
word?
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. So that's been it's been like really helpful. Like I didn't really, I guess it wasn't that I was like embarrassed or anything, but just I grew up in a like strict
Yeah.
conservative father household versus like a nurturing parent household. So yeah. And
Oh yeah, I've like, you're describing like the models of Lucas. I don't know if you've read that. There's like that
me.
article that like the conservative father household often leads to like conservative like policies, and like the liberal policies are based off like the nurturing parent household.
Yeah.
Is that kind of what you're
Oh.
referring to?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, so he was sort of like, the world is evil. I need to protect you all from it. And you're a dumbass.
Yeah.
You're a dumbass. You're going to get got unless you listen to my advice. I mean, it wasn't like, he's a lawyer, so he liked arguing with people. So I feel like if I just copied everything that he did, he'd also be like, you're a giant pussy. Come on, simp. I don't
He
know.
must respect that you're a non-binary comedian.
Yeah,
Honestly,
yeah.
that rules.
'Cause
Yeah.
he's had a lot of things to say about it that I've had to. Well, just about, I don't know, because he likes to think of himself as being an independent, yada yada yada, but he is just sort of very partisan and hacky in a lot
Yeah.
of ways.
Yeah.
Especially with the culture stuff.
The culture, the
What is
kind of
it?
culture war.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, like, I don't know
Oh,
why.
like the blue, like when people are like these blue hairs with pronouns.
Oh,
Yeah,
like
the-
War on Christmas type conversation.
yeah,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which is weird, because I mean it does the things that don't really well, I mean it does affect him, because I mean he has me, and he also has my gay younger brother, so who, yeah.
How was it? How was it for your brother coming out?
It was a little. I think he had an easier time with my mom, but my dad is
Yeah.
I'm on the spectrum. My dad is also on the spectrum.
Yeah.
So,
I'm sorry that this keeps shutting
oh.
off.
no worries, man.
It works the other
Here.
time. It's literally just because you guys
Yeah.
are here. Kind of
Wow.
hates
Yeah.
it too.
Wow, it hates non-binary people
Yeah.
and women
Man,
Yeah.
and real knees.
real,
Yeah.
my real knee.
Real,
Yeah.
natural, beautiful knees.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't wait until my mom's age. She's had her knee replaced.
Oh, that
For-
rules.
Yeah.
Nice.
Seems fun to be like a cyborg. you
Yeah.
know?
Seems
Yeah.
like a yeah.
You can make
basically.
the metal detector go off with just your
Right.
knees alone.
Hell yeah.
It would be
sounds
funny if she had to remove her knee when she went to the psych
Excuse
ward.
me. It's not a bomb. It's just my knee.
You can hang yourself with your knees. I can't do that.
Take your knee off.
So you grew up in Boston?
I grew up in the Metro Detroit area of Michigan.
Oh,
so,
wow.
like, yeah.
Okay. And then when did
Um,
you move to? Because I know you started stand up in Boston.
Yeah, I did. So I guess I started like because I like wrote some poetry when I was in school at the University of Michigan, and then my one of my professors told me that my poems were like, he was like, "What the fuck?" But also these are funny,
Yeah.
kind of cryptic, and also funny. So that's sort of where it sort of started, where my whole thing started, and then I moved to Boston in 2013.
What made you choose Boston?
Well,
The culture.
the cul-
The racism.
No.
Yeah.
No, but because it was because my dad, he used to work for Ford, and then the auto industry kind of
Well, what happened?
yeah, that's that
What?
thing happened. So then he moved. He and my mom and my younger brother moved to Boston. So I picked that because I was like, hey, I'll know at least 3 people here. It'll be easier to make friends.
Yeah.
And then, yeah. And then I took a class at Improv Boston with my good friend Rob Crean. I don't know if y'all know that guy.
I
No,
don't
I
know
know
Rob Green.
Rob Bird.
Oh.
No.
That's another guy.
Because Rob Crane. It doesn't matter.
Oh, Crean, but yeah.
Oh.
Crean. Crean.
Oh.
I heard Crane. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Well,
That wasn't,
yeah.
you know. I didn't
Yeah.
take that class, so
Yeah.
and it's apparent.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I didn't, you know.
Wait, class?
I had
What's happening? What
Good.
class?
Saying she took a class at the
Oh,
Hollywood
a
Improv.
yeah, sorry.
class at Improv Boston. I guess
Right,
I think
okay.
it was. I mean, I think I had a good idea of what you needed to do, because I used to host like these like poetry reading things. Yeah, nobody likes poetry, but yeah, I don't know. I thought mine were sort of interesting.
Yeah.
and, you
People
know,
do
or-
like poetry now, I think, more than
Yeah.
like a lot of my students. I asked them to say what they. I asked them to anonymously write down what they thought about poetry, and then I would like read all the anonymous notes aloud.
That's such a fascinating exercise. But
Yeah.
go on, go on.
Well, it's because a lot of them like won't really admit what they think if it's not anonymous.
Yeah.
And a lot of them were like, you know, I really like poetry and I think it's like art and it's beautiful. A lot of them didn't like the way it was taught to them in school, because a lot of poetry I think is about like meaning, like analyzing a meaning. But poetry I think is a form that's like meant to be read aloud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like
It
in the
definitely
writing of
is.
poetry, it's a lot of like technical things. Like you got to be very aware of like syllables and word usage, and there's all these little tricks you can use. But you also like they do have to be about like something real as well.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think that it's just been packaged in such a boring or a pretentious or a cringe way.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah,
It's just
Yeah.
and that's the most of the times that you encounter it, it is in that it is under that umbrella.
yeah.
Yeah.
And there's the
Yeah.
kind of rupee core-ification of things.
Oh, oh yeah.
What did I mispronounce?
No. No, go on.
You know rupee?
Oh, okay. You mean the
Yeah, she's,
Right, yeah.
she's that poet who's like, I got you a sandwich, but you didn't want my bread. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
I think I know. I think I know what you're.
Wait, give us some
talking
more
about.
rupee.
Scurry, like writing a poem about your pet rat. Scurry, scurry, scurry. That's what it does. I don't know. Like more to it. Yeah,
Give us some more.
My stuff is a little different, but
No, you're cooking. I kind of want you to
Yeah.
keep going.
yeah, you know, back to like, or your pet cat, meow, that's what she said, or something.
Hell yeah.
Like,
Now that's
yeah,
a poem.
yeah.
Oh my god.
So you wrote poems.
Yes, you wrote
Yeah.
poems.
And then you did comedy. And then somewhere in that journey,
yes.
you went to the psych ward.
Yeah. Well, that was a few times. Yeah, I did a few different things and or studied a few different things. Like I did I also did, it was creative writing, / English, and then
Yeah.
I took some. So I was in the so University of Michigan is like a big rah football school, but there's like a
Yes.
there's the residential college, which was like a small college within the big football-y university, and you had to take like an 8-credit language class in order to do that. So I started with Latin, didn't stick with it that long because it was like we would like say Latin words out loud, and I was like, it sounds like a bunch of computers talking.
Do you remember
something.
any Latin?
I mean, I like with the grammar stuff that helped me out. I guess I don't remember. Like I remember the different like forms, like what was it, accusative and all
Yeah.
that stuff. But then I took Spanish, so then
And that was a little bit more
that was
fun.
a little easier. Like the writing and the the reading, I was better with that. The speaking, I'm like very shy.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you still speak Spanish? Hablas español? That's
Later,
how it sounds.
no,
That's right.
I'll send you a recording of me saying something weird in Spanish. Yeah.
Okay.
Right now, I don't know. Yeah.
If only we had a bunch of recording equipment
A bunch of recording equipment. Yeah.
that were rolling.
Yeah. Like remember like swear words like fuck and because like in the because I went I did my whatever study abroad thing in Mexico in Tlaxcala, which is like it's a small town kind of an hour in one direction away from Mexico City versus like Spain, like the Spanish that you learn in Spain is a little, I think
It's very
that's more
different.
what's in the textbooks. And I remember because like when you say like fuck you, like in Spain it's jodete, so this is a joder, but I think in Mexico it was chingar, so I don't.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like chinga tu madre.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that was there were some differences, but yeah.
Yeah.
So so
That's
all
a
the
fun one.
so all the Spanish teachers that I had to that ran
Yeah.
the department were all from Spain.
Did you ever have a crush on a teacher?
Oh yeah.
Tell all.
My Spanish teacher Olga, who was from Spain, from Sevilla. She was really cool. She was really nice, but she was like, pretty no nonsense. But she wasn't like, because some of the other there was this other teacher who was she was actually from Canada, but then moved to Madrid. So
sorry.
For those
Yeah.
not listening, or for those not watching, Carrie just kind of whispered that.
That was a little disgusting, but
Yeah.
No.
Let's
From
keep going.
Canada?
yeah.
Grow up.
Right?
know?
Seriously? No, but yeah. She would so I'd have to so there would be the first year was like just sort of it was a little more intense version of like a regular Spanish class, but then the second year was when you'd have to take your proficiency exam, and then the third year would be like a readings class, and the class that Olga taught was just like reading stuff. So yeah, we'd have to write essays and stuff.
So,
So
hot.
hot.
Yeah, it was
It is hot when like a hot lady gives you things to read that change your life.
Oh
Yeah.
yes.
I used to-
Oh my God, I'm
Yeah.
still erect.
yeah,
From Olga.
yeah.
I had such
She
a
was
crush on my
awesome.
women and gender studies professor, shockingly. Because she'd say things like, and that's why Hegel exists on shaky ground. Can we ever truly be free? And I'd be like, ah.
Oh,
I so badly want like a conservative pundit to just get a clip of you saying that. Did you get a crush on your women and gender studies professor?
Conservative pundits would have a lot of fun with me. And you know what? Liberal pundits would have a lot of fun with me too.
same here, man.
What's your most controversial opinion?
About
Anything.
like politics? Or
Sure.
whatever?
Let's start there.
Yeah, I mean, because my like sort of baseline is I think most politicians kind of suck.
Yeah, of
But
course.
then,
It's not that crazy.
yeah, But so I see a lot of people kind of boosting these. I mean, I think it'd be great if there wasn't just two parties, but I
Pretty
see
good.
people kind of boosting these third party candidates who will talk about the corporate duopoly, but then never mention anything about like reform to the electoral college, which isn't that kind of, I mean, it's like
It's the
an old
ultimate
Yeah.
corporate-
relic
yeah.
that isn't that, I mean, maybe it's not the only thing
That's the big source of so many issues.
That's rendered things kind of duopolistic in our
I
country.
don't think that's a controversial. I think that's just a really sensible thing to notice.
Yeah.
Do you have any opinions that aren't sensible? Like tall people should be shot, or like peas should go in cake. Like what is crazy that's on your mind?
Well, I think that asparagus, if you like asparagus, you're a terrorist. No. No. I just really don't like asparagus. No way you can cook it. No way. There's no way you can cook it that will make me like it. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
In the times that you have had it, has it altered the smell of your pee?
You know, I want to say yes, but I guess I don't remember. But
Okay.
yeah.
Because I'm not someone who can smell it. It's a thing that
Yeah.
just some people
Oh.
genetically can pick up the scent receptor or whatever, and I'm not one of those people. I cannot pick up the smell when I eat it.
Oh, so sort of like with some people who think cilantro tastes like soap. Or
Yes,
whatever.
exactly. It's
Yes.
exactly
Oh,
the
yeah.
same system. Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
that gene is.
Yeah, I wish-
they're
What a
all-
shitty gene.
They're all lying.
Yeah, I don't think I have that gene because I'm like, I hate asparagus so much. It must do something to the urine. But it didn't have that much of an effect that I noticed. But
No, I think it does something to everyone's urine, but only some people,
people notice
after
that. Yeah.
it doing something to urine can even
Well, it would
smell
be crazy if it only did stuff to like one person's urine.
That's a hilarious
it
thing.
would be so crazy if it's
That's so funny to gaslight someone on the pee level.
like everyone's
Man.
fine with asparagus, but it makes Linda smell crazy.
Linda.
Poor Linda. She's freaking out.
That's hilarious. Like, it's not even like this is a disease that affects 1 in a million. No, only Linda.
Only Linda.
Only Linda ever through time.
Yeah, poor
That's so
Linda.
funny.
It's like her own
amazing.
Truman Show.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do you like that movie?
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a while.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
Is it the guy who did like Witness and all those other movies? Is that?
It's Jim Carrey.
No.
Oh,
I
the
know
director, you
the
mean?
director.
Oh,
Is
I
it
do
that
not
guy?
know
not
the
sure,
director's
yeah.
name. No, I don't know.
Yeah.
It might be the guy who did like Witness and
Okay. I don't know what
Witness
Witness
Better.
is.
Princess Protection Program, by chance? That's a Vanessa Hudgens movie.
oh.
Oh no, I'm wrong. That's a Demi Lovato movie.
Mm-hmm.
I watched Camp Rock recently, so it's fresh
Oh.
on my mind.
I love Demi Lovato.
You love Demi
I will
Lovato.
check- I will
What do you
check that
love
out.
about her?
I think she has a great voice. There's that. And also, she's a fan
so
of like
nice.
some like metal bands that I like
Uh-huh.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't seem like she's faking it.
Well,
know.
Speaking of the music world, I want to get into a few of your crazy stories.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
right.
number one, I'd like to talk about your connection to Suge Knight.
Oh yeah. So the connection is through. So my uncle, who I love, I think he's great because he's my uncle. But he used to be a reporter for ABC, and some of his stories would kind of be a little on the sensational side.
Okay.
So there was one story he did, but it was so the thing was it was about Vanilla Ice. It was basically because there's a clip on YouTube that just says Vanilla Ice it was upset by Suge Knight, and I was like, geez, I feel like isn't he upset by a lot of things? Vanilla Ice. So at one point, my uncle was interviewing Suge Knight, and he says a lot of people are afraid of you, and then Suge Knight counters by saying, well, a lot of people are afraid of you, and then he points at my uncle.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Are a lot of people afraid of your uncle?
Oh, yeah. I mean, there have been a few oopsies that he's done, like a story about Iraq being linked to the anthrax thing.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It'd be fun. I didn't know that Suge Knight was just up to date on the news. Like he's a
Yeah.
news junkie.
Yeah. I'm not sure if that's what Suge Knight was. I think he just meant like, you know.
Oh.
I think, or
yeah.
maybe
the media.
Oh, the media. In general.
Whoa.
Right. Yeah.
That's pretty baller.
That's kind of
Yeah.
that's
Or
kind
he
of
was
that's
just
kind of
saying
deep.
like no, like I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever bounces
Could
off
be.
me sticks to you. Is
Yeah,
that how it
like-
goes?
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
my mom taught me that when people were like bullying me in elementary school. Oh no,
Aw.
it wasn't my mom. It couldn't have been my mom.
No,
She
that
would
was just
never
a,
have
that
known
was just a stranger.
It was like some way I learned it, and then I think I told it to her. She was like, "That's good."
Yeah, so that's definitely like a bad serious oopsie my uncle made. He did another story about bath salts, and
Go on.
I remember he was
The Suge Knight of objects.
yeah, the Suge Knight of objects. And then I remember he was standing he was standing and there was a DJ, like there was like turntables in front of him.
Okay.
2 of them, and they weren't connected to anything. So like one turntable had like the powder version of bath salts, and the other one had the K2 spice. So it was like, are you gonna play some music? It was just turntables. They weren't like hooked up to any sound system or anything. But then he did this other story, like I don't remember what it was about the Taliban, something about the Taliban, but he went to Qatar.
It's always
and it was
something
him,
about the fucking Taliban.
Taliban, and it shows him like going up to this gate. The gates where the Taliban lives, I guess, and it's just him
They live in
knocking
a
on it,
gated
going,
community.
"Hello, Taliban." That was
He's
the thing.
going up to the gates to the Hold on. He's going up to the gates to Taliban. He's going, "Hello, Taliban." Please.
He
Hello,
did that.
Taliban.
Hello,
Taliban.
Taliban.
Hello, it's Jeff.
That's the thing is whenever I was younger and my uncle would call like my parents' house, I'd always pick up the phone. He'd go, "Hello, Carrie, do you know who this is?" And I'd be like, "No, who is it?" Like, of course I know who it is. Who else talks in the media
Aw.
media reporter voice? He's very nice. No, because he got I guess he got in trouble for there was some story about like Michael Flynn that he had that ended up not being accurate. And he
Okay.
had to
Who's
leave.
Michael Flynn?
The weird I forget who he was under Donald Trump, but he's like
Oh, that guy.
Yeah,
he's
I had
a
a feeling he
loony
was
bin.
someone tied to
I
Trump, but
forgot about like
Yeah.
so many of
that
the
wasn't
Trump
his lawyer,
characters.
was it?
no, it wasn't
No,
his lawyer.
not his lawyer.
Yeah, it was I think
I need to look it up.
Like
Jamie, pull that up.
defense.
Yeah.
Or something. But then, so my uncle had to leave ABC, but also it was like around the same time that like Rupert Murdoch, I think, bought Disney. Did he buy Disney or something?
He was a U.S. National Security Advisor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that now.
On the tip of your tongue.
Yeah.
National
I'm
Security
always
Advisor.
thinking about Michael
Yeah.
Flynn and national security.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is your uncle also how you became familiar with Martha Stewart?
Oh. Well. I guess. You know what? You know, that's the interesting thing about it. My uncle having a media career has not helped my career at all. Because I guess nepotism is just a top down thing. It doesn't work diagonally.
It's not laterally.
Not laterally.
Nepotism doesn't work laterally at all, and it doesn't work like outside of like it doesn't work for like other kinds of like wealthy people. No one's ever been like, "Oh, you're Bill Brown's kid from Software." You know? No one gives a shit, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, my grandfather owned started national parks. It's like
Yeah.
yeah, I mean
okay.
I love him, but like yeah, it doesn't. I'm a writer.
Yeah.
Hey, wait, so I'm not. I know about Martha Stewart.
What are your thoughts on I think
Yeah.
when you wrote to us, you said you had some stories on Martha Stewart.
Martha Stewart. Okay. Well, I mean, because her daughter like hosted this podcast. Was it Alexis Stewart?
Yeah.
Hosted this podcast that my mom would always listen to.
Okay.
She would always talk about Martha Stewart's daughter being a bitch or something.
What did she do?
Well, I don't. I mean, I just think she was maybe. I'm assuming she was maybe like, everybody knows me as Martha Stewart's daughter, so I got to be like really, use big $1 million words all the time. So nobody just thinks I'm about cooking and cleaning. And yeah.
Oh, so she put on an air of intelligence that
Yeah.
wasn't genuine?
It seemed a little, I mean, I'm not saying she wasn't a smart lady, but it just seemed like a little
Heavy-handed.
Yeah.
Heavy-handed. I got you.
yeah.
Okay.
But that's so funny that your mom was like, yeah, she's a bitch. And she was still listening to her podcast.
Yeah, we listened to it
time.
all the
Yeah.
time. I was like, she'd be like, here's the bitch again.
What a fucking bitch wears merch.
What a bitch.
I
Her
hate
Patreon
Alexis.
segment was so bad this week. Subscribe to the Two Nosy Meerkats Patreon, everyone. Subscribe.
Oh, are you thinking of Sharon Osbourne?
I mean, I thought I saw Martha Stewart in there,
I
but
see
tell me
Martha
about
Stewart?
Sharon.
Talk about Sharon Osbourne.
Oh yeah. So there's one thing that my uncle helped me out with. I was able to get this like internship working for Sony. It wasn't like Sony though. It was for RPM Productions, which is like something within Sony. So basically what I was doing is I had to put these press kits together because my boss was also the daughter of the former president of Penn State who got fired.
Jerry Sandusky?
No, not Jerry. Graham Spanier.
Who is
Who was
that?
I don't know this one.
He was the former president of Penn State who got let go because he didn't do enough about the Jerry Sandusky stuff.
Oh, so it had to do with Jerry Sandusky, but it wasn't him.
Yeah, but this was before all that stuff happened.
Okay.
So yeah, my boss was his daughter. Anyways, so I was putting press kits together, but I also had to walk around getting coffee for everybody. And so I had to report to like not Tony Bennett, but Tony Bennett's son's office in the West Village and bring people coffee. And I
Okay.
tripped and fell. And so I was kind of sitting and waiting, and then all of a sudden there's Sharon Osbourne, who like, maybe she was sick at the time, because she was just said something about like, oh, well, yeah, you roughed up, you ripped pants. I've got to see ripped pants. I'm British and have to see ripped pants or something everywhere.
That's a weird thing, because if there's anyone in the world who I think has been around a lot of people with ripped pants, it's Sharon Osbourne.
Yeah.
Man.
Her husband ate a bat.
Yeah.
I
What the
forgot
hell?
about that. I should do that.
I don't know. Maybe she was just like, oh man, okay, so I see that
You
stuff
did.
at home when I'm out trying to do stuff. I don't want to see that.
What do you mean? Oh, because I got injured playing softball, right? And a bat hit me in the face.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So I did eat a bat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
In a way.
That was.
And he's proud of himself
you-
for it.
Oh, I feel
You
great.
accomplished more than Ozzy did, man. He didn't eat something out of wood.
Yeah. I got hit bad. I got hit. It
Wait,
was a
what
metal
kinda-
bat.
I was about to ask, like, what kind
Yeah.
of bat? Oh, Jesus.
Oh, I felt bad, honestly, for the guy where it, like, slipped out of his hand, because we were all playing in the rain. Like, it could have happened to any of us.
Yeah, but...
But it was crazy because when a couple of friends of mine were like, you should talk to a lawyer about, like, seeing if you can get the league to pay your dental bills. Luckily, I have dental insurance now, so it's fine.
Okay.
But I called the league, and they were like, okay, like, we can't, like, do anything about this, because in the waiver it says the players have to leave the field if the conditions seem unsafe. And I was like, okay, so I'm being penalized for not being a little bitch. Because what I would have had to do is be like, nuh-uh, I'm not playing in the rain. I'm a princess. And like, sure, I'd still have a tooth. But it was worth it, because I took a bat to the face in front of my boys, and now they think I'm so cool.
That's awesome.
And I get to wear a fake tooth.
Would you play in similar conditions again?
I would, but I think most people in my life would be like, please don't.
I would definitely be like, yeah, no. I mean, yes. Are the chances that a bat is going to fly out of someone's hand and hit you? Obviously,
Yeah.
that is unlikely. I still, if I were in your shoes, I would not do it.
Yeah. Do you ever play sports?
Yeah, I swam for for a little bit, I was not very fast, but my parents were always saying, like, you have a good stroke. And I'm like, but I don't go fast. I'm doing it correctly, but, like, there are people running into my feet.
The mechanics were there. You had a great stroke.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know if my mom just was thinking of diving, whereas that's not what I was doing. I was doing, like, swimming where you had to be fast and stuff. I did play softball for a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I guess I was good with hitting. Catching, I've since, am better at, and also basketball. Yeah, because I'm not missing one of my front teeth. I've one of my front teeth is chipped really bad.
Okay.
Really?
From trying to run up a slide.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
goodness.
Wait,
Yeah.
run up a slide like on a playground?
On a playground, yeah.
Yeah.
When you were young, not like now.
Not like now. No.
Okay.
Well, no, but
Even-
it was a time when you had at least one adult tooth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then okay. So then in college I got my tongue pierced, and then so I chipped the other one.
Oh,
What led to
no.
the decision to get your tongue pierced?
I thought it would be cool. I thought it would be impressive. I thought my mom would go, yeah, man, you're awesome. I have one too. I've had one
You
this
thought
whole
your mom
time.
would surprise reveal that she had one too, and then
Hello, I got one too. Yeah, but I remember the things that you weren't supposed to do after you get it was you weren't supposed to drink beer, and I was like, oh, so is it just beer, not the other ones? Aren't the other ones bad too? But then he was explaining, no, because of the yeast, it'll make your tongue like blow up, and I was like, okay,
You're sober, right? You don't drink?
yeah, yeah, basically, yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like I still go to meetings and stuff.
Okay.
And, yeah.
Can I ask, when you say sober, basically, are there like other substances you indulge in, or like what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes. Yeah, it's just I just really have to just sort of because same with because alcohol is also like not great if you're diabetic. Like
Yeah.
it
Oh, yeah,
can make
sugar,
it
that's
so
right.
Ding ding ding. you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why ding 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 means hypoglycemia to me.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, ding
Yeah,
ding,
yeah, yeah.
ding ding.
Do you have, are the meetings like, are they fun? Like, do you meet people?
The meetings I used to go to, they were like LGBTQI plus friendly, but I still felt like I didn't fit in. Like, I don't know if it was because I was like too shy, but like, because I would ask like, because everyone relies on the big blue book, which was written in I think 1930 something. So I remember asking, do you have an original copy from 1937? I'm just curious what this book said
Yeah.
back in 1937. I'm sure that there were, some things that I don't know.
I love
Something-
that you were like, do you have an archive of this?
Archive?
Like, I want to see the first edition.
The first edition of.
Do you
book.
remember that movie where Jennifer Lopez gets like a copy of, it's like a first edition copy of the
Mein
Iliad of Mein Kampf. That's right.
Oh.
She's like sleeping with this younger student, and he gets her the Iliad, and she goes, "Oh my god, a first edition!"
What?
Do you remember that? That was crazy.
What?
It was a viral clip on Twitter for a while, but it was so funny.
Wow.
That is
Where do you have to
great.
go to get that?
I don't know. I
She's
guess
such a
to
random
the
lady.
ruins.
Yeah.
Yeah, J-Lo is. I find her iconic, but
Yeah.
Latinas hate her.
Yeah.
So all my exes don't
What is,
like her.
what is that? So what does that tell you about how you feel about her? Do you feel like does it change how you view your own opinion?
I mean, I think we all try and find common ground, right? I try and convince people that she's not so bad, and
Yeah.
they try and convince me she's pretty evil and should.
Everyone I know who knows her has bad things to say.
Well, yeah, she doesn't let Virgos into her dance troupe. That I've heard.
That
Oh,
I love.
that
Are you an astrology person?
I know I'm a Capricorn / Sagittarius on some. I don't know.
On
Whenever
your
I've-
dad's side?
yeah, I think on my dad. Yeah,
Only
because I've
half.
looked it up and like I remember looking it up a while ago, and it was like, oh, it was just showing me a bunch of serial killers that were Capricorns, and I'm like, okay, well. But then it also said Hank from King of the Hill is also a Capricorn, and I went, well, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
I
no.
think you're a little Hank-like.
Hank Hill, yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
don't know.
got a little Hank in you.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm a trust. I trust. I have issues with trust, but I'm a trustworthy person. Yeah.
I think
I
so.
don't know.
I think no, I don't see any doubts about you being a trustworthy person
Yeah.
at all.
Well,
Is your fiance
okay.
an astrology person?
I think she is. Yeah. Because she's born. My birthday is December 27th. Hers is October 27th. So
Oh.
2 months
So the
earlier.
stars aligned. How did you guys meet?
Those are both
We
dates.
met-
Yep,
yeah.
those are-
We actually met using OkCupid, but
Ooh.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
vintage.
yeah, she asked me like a really interesting question.
What was
like,
it?
what's the last rabbit hole you fell down? And I
Oh
was like,
yes,
Lucas loves this.
I love
yeah.
this.
His other podcast is called Rabbit Hole.
Oh,
Shout out to
really?
Rabbit
Yeah,
Holes.
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. So I explained that the rabbit hole that I was down was the stuff about sleepy time tea. Do you know
Oh.
that?
What happened with Sleepy Time Tea?
Where it's like it's based on it has sort of the people who started it, there's sort of a sketchy background to
What?
it, like having to do with like eugenics and stuff.
Wait, hold on.
What?
But yeah, look up Sleepy Time Tea or the Urantia book or something.
Okay, sleepy time eugenics.
Well, you wanted to say Sleepy Time Tea eugenics, I think. Also, I was mistaken. You wrote Martha Reeves.
Martha, yeah.
And I read Martha Stewart because I love Martha Stewart.
Oh.
But what's your connection to
God.
Martha Reeves?
Oh, Martha Reeves.
Enlighten people who Martha Reeves is.
Yeah, Martha Reeves and the Vandellas.
Yes.
Jimmy Mack.
Dancing in the street.
Yeah.
Her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Baby
So
swing
she
and
played
sway.
for free. Played for free went back when I was still in Ann Arbor, Michigan. She
Oh,
was
give it a
playing a free
moment.
concert.
Give it like a.
Yeah.
It needs like 3 minutes. When that happens, it needs 3 minutes.
That's his refractory period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, in the middle of when she was in between songs, she was thanking a bunch of people, and then she said, "I want to thank." And then she said, "Who was that short white man?" And then my friend said, "Bruno Mars," and she said, "No, not him." And then she said. And then she said, "No, he's the short guy. He wrote When a Man Loves a Woman." And I said, "Michael Bolton." She said, "Yes, Michael Bolton." So that was like, I don't know. I have another, I have my own connection to Michael Bolton.
What's your connection to Michael Bolton?
Well, he and I were on the same airplane once. And
Okay.
yeah. And I mean, okay, I'll give him this. He was very nice to everybody, to like the stewardesses
great.
and everybody working on the plane. Piece of shit to everybody else on the plane, though, so fellow passengers.
What did
Like,
he do?
how so?
What did he do and say?
Well, I remember I was trying to get past him to go to the bathroom, and he went, "Speed it up." And I'm 8 years old. I don't know who you are.
Is that why you have your iconic Michael Bolton joke?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's part of it. Yeah. But hey,
dick.
he was nice to the people working on the plane, and I guess, yeah, I don't know, but man, but a dick to his fellow man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure. Do you
That's-
know Carrie's Michael Bolton joke?
Could you please do it?
I like my men like I like Michael Bolton. Not really.
So good.
Yeah.
Well, now
so
it's
good.
good to know there's like context there.
Yeah.
That's why you don't like him. I
I
totally get it.
I never really think about him. Honestly, if I'm real, I don't know anything about him besides like Jack Sparrow that he did with the Lonely Island for
Right.
SNL.
I know this
never.
department store Bolton's was a thing, and I always thought Michael Bolton, but it wasn't him.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I guess. I mean, I'm sure he has a good voice to some.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Except when he's saying "speed it up" to a child,
Speed it up.
trying to wait.
Speed.
Were you inside the bathroom or were you just online? You weren't waiting. You were.
I was just waiting in line, and then
There's nothing you can do.
I was like, speed it up, but you're in front of me. Sir.
I think that's iconic. I actually like him now. Speed it up is crazy.
It's so insane. I like it again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
I
my
don't
god.
know what the hell was up with that.
Yeah.
Man.
That's
But
insane.
I'm sorry that I. Oh wait, let's go back to sleepy time tea eugenics.
Sleepy time tea.
Yeah,
So
sleepy time
what's
tea
your
eugenics.
memory of sleepy time tea eugenics?
Yeah.
Which is a crazy sense.
Yeah. Hang on, I gotta look it up. Do you know Casey Balsham?
Yes, I know
Yeah.
Casey Balsham. Yes.
She did a episode of her. I forget what her podcast is called, but
Yeah.
about it.
About the
the
scandal.
sleepy time,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That's crazy because I love sleepy time tea.
I know it feels.
As
real.
Eric Asker perfectly predicted.
Yeah. What did he say about you again?
I think it was probably something like Lucas looks like he says now it's a party as he pours water over his sleepy time tea.
Yeah, I remember that. Shout out to Eric Asker. He's very good.
Very, very good roaster.
Yeah. Well, what I know about the sleepy time tea is the bear, the little bear on the front. He
What
looks
did he do?
tired. Well, people say online that he's a deadbeat dad, that he has children, and yet all he does is sleep and drink tea. That's kind of fucked up.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awful.
You should spice it up by drinking booze.
Yeah, be cool, man.
So what happened?
Yeah, what happened?
what-
What went down?
Okay, so okay, so the Urantia book apparently the book discusses the meaning of life, mankind's place in the universe, history of the planet, relationship between God and people, and the life of Jesus. Okay, but hang on. Background.
You don't
Okay.
need to read the full summary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's like some William S. Sad. I don't know, some guy who thought he was like talking to aliens
Oh.
and stuff like that. But I mean, and some stuff that to experts sounded like you sort of like how like Mormonism has, like, if you have read,
Mormonism has you for sure.
yeah, and like
How does
just
Mormonism have you-
black
Oh.
black
I remember. Yeah, they think that like, basically like all people are sort of like were once angels, kind of, and that that like the devil and Jesus were both two independent sons of God in heaven, and that there are lots of other children of God, and that these, and like Lucifer had this idea that everyone should become a god after they live a human life and then die, and then they would all become God, and that Jesus said you should give everyone choice, and that everyone who followed the devil became a demon, everyone who followed Jesus became a white person, and that everyone
A
who's
white person?
Yes, a white person. That is how they explained white people, was anyone who was like chose right and chose to side with Jesus, and everyone who just remained neutral were cursed with black skin.
So are there black Mormons?
Yes. Well, that's the thing, is that the Mormon Church, I think they decided to just change it to be like welcoming.
Sorry, I'm just laughing at that. Yeah, we're updating this. Yeah, this is totally passe.
Well, it's also like the Mormon Church. They don't do polygamy anymore. They don't, like, at least not
the
like
one
officially.
cool thing.
Yeah.
There are like fundamentalists, obviously,
Yeah,
like a
right,
little
the-
offshoots and stuff that they still do polygamy.
Mormons aren't poly anymore.
But, well, yeah, like Mitt Romney would never
Right.
take on like a second wife.
Okay, you say that. But he's in my DMs.
Oh my god. Yeah, but
wait.
like, I would say like official Mormonism does not preach polygamy anymore.
Yeah, what was the guy's name?
Joseph Smith.
Joseph Smith, the
Yo,
founder.
Not him. The guy afterwards. He was the
Mitt Romney.
fundamentalist, FDLS.
Oh, like a more recent
recent guy who had like a bunch of. Was it Andrew
Jeffs, Warren Jeffs.
Warren Jeffs,
Yeah, that
guy.
dude,
That's
awful
what
dude, evil. I saw the documentary.
Oh yeah.
It was, oh my god, it was so
that's-
evil,
Yeah.
so evil.
So you've got the sleepy time tea thing in front of you.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So Yeah, so Mo Siegel and Celestial Seasonings co-founder John Hay were associated with the Urantia Book Fellowship, a New Age twist on Seventh-day Adventism based around a 3,000-page tome called the Urantia Book, which was published in 1955, according to Inverse. Its adherents believe an unknown man possessed by aliens wrote the book, but most outsiders think it was written by the movement's original leader, William Sadler. Sadler was a prominent psychiatrist of the late 1800s and early 1900s who held deeply racist beliefs and authored 3 books on eugenics. Okay.
Imagine writing one book on eugenics and then going, you know what?
That's not enough.
We need 2 more. Oh yeah, so it's similar to like, okay, so the Urantia book claims that the Earth, Urantia, was originally inhabited by 6 races: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and indigo, with the book explicitly linking the indigo race to black people and presenting them as inferior.
Oh God!
It goes on to speak of fair-skinned aliens named Adam and Eve who tried to. Okay, so anyways, there's that stuff. Celestial
And that
seasoning.
guy invented sleepy time tea?
Yeah, I guess maybe.
Well, of course
they're
he had to
associated-
relax.
Yeah. Well, I guess. You know.
My God.
So I think the guy who wrote the book just did his own thing, but then the people who founded the tea company were associated with that because maybe they got funding from it. I don't know.
Oh my God!
It's another thing.
Wait,
Yeah.
okay, the races are red, yellow, green,
Yeah, orange, green.
orange, blue, and indigo. Or is it
Yeah.
purple and indigo?
Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and indigo. Right.
Okay, so the indigo people were black, but the blue people were not black.
I guess not. That's,
Yeah.
What
That
is
is-
going
What were the blue people?
yeah, what the?
I guess they didn't all have metaphors.
Okay.
Okay.
What is it like to be a race without a metaphor?
Yeah. Oh, so somebody, yeah, whatever this the outlet called Inverse compared the text to Mein Kampf,
Okay.
as both have
wonder
much
why.
to say about whom they regard as socially defective and degenerate. Okay.
Much to
Okay.
say is hilarious.
Much to say.
Yeah, that
Okay.
Hitler guy had much to say.
Yeah, a lot to say.
Carrie, we have only so much time. I want to get back to you.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to get back to the life. Oh, hold on.
Right.
I want to get back to you as well. Do you have any more stories to regale us with before we go into listener submissions?
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Wait.
the Craigslist thing.
Oh yes, please. What happened with Craigslist?
Oh, so back when I lived, I had some friends that lived in Hamtramck, Michigan. They had a house. It was a fun house in an interesting area. And then so I think it was over like the holidays. We were all kind of hanging out. I was too tired, so I went to bed. So my friend John, he took my phone and posted this ad on Craigslist, like requesting somebody come over to the house so that we could urinate on them. And then so a guy shows up wearing a North Face jacket and like an Abercrombie and Fitch baseball cap. And then so John and my friends just burst out laughing. And he went, he said something to the effect of like, you guys played me like a sap. And then just ran out. And then my other friend Zach ran after him and went, no, come back. We're not mean. We'll pee on you. It's fine. But then I was getting, interesting phone calls and text messages for a while because I was asleep while this happened, but it was posted it using my phone. Pretty interesting, because I get all these weird numbers. Because I remember I was expecting Comcast or something to give me a call because they were supposed to come set up the internet, but then it was
Oh my God.
It was a guy
Somebody-
who wanted you guys to pee.
They wanted to pee on me. I think it would go back and forth. Yeah,
Someone was.
go?
Either way, someone was streaming.
yeah. Someone was
Hey,
streaming.
there you go.
Yeah.
I don't know how people pee on each other without needing to drink more water.
Yeah. And you know,
oh,
there's
sure
no,
you can.
yeah, I'm not.
I guess so.
Not trying to kink shame, because me. Remember me? I wasn't the person who did it, but like it just it was during a time when like that was, you know. Everyone's allowed to do their own thing, of course, right?
I think.
Yeah.
When you say like during a time, like was a time where it was more popular? Is that what you meant?
No,
Or-
I think when it was, you know, the subject of ridicule.
Oh, I
that
see.
sort of
I see.
thing.
Wait, speaking of kink, can I share the story about when we all took the kink quiz?
Oh,
Yeah.
So we were all at an open mic and we were hanging out outside this bar. For some reason, we got on the subject of the BDSM test that you can take online. It's a fun, very extensive quiz that'll tell you how, like, what percentage of your preferences are more aligned to this X, Y, and Z types of kinks. And so we all are taking it around in a circle, and unbeknownst to us, Carrie, you accidentally took the wrong quiz.
You took a different quiz.
We were all getting, and we were like, okay, we're like 70% vanilla, 3% brat, 2% rope bunny, or whatever the thing. And then we all just like looked to you, and then do you remember what you said? Because I remember what you said.
Oh, remind me what I said.
What you said was, and I quote, "Well, it says here that I'm 95% a cock."
Yes, that was it. I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know. I should have done this. I don't know. Well, Google is broken now, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you got 95%
I
of cook.
had you know, using Google from the future.
Yeah.
Give me the cuck quiz.
At least you're only 95%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see how much
I'll get to 100 one day.
it'll happen. Let's see what kind of cucks our listeners are. So we have listeners call in, and sometimes they want advice, sometimes they just want us to kind of editorialize. And so let us know what you think of these.
Okay.
All right, I have one pulled up. Hi, Meerkats. I've been having recurring explicit sexual dreams about my roommate / best friend. This has been happening consistently for the past year. And I think I am sexually attracted to my roommate, but they are in a long-term relationship. I have mentioned the dreams with my friends in a joking way, but I feel stuck and have no idea what to do. I don't want to tell my roommate I am attracted to them because we live together and I don't want to ruin our relationship. But on the other hand, these feels are really eating away at me. Thanks for reading. What if my
Ooh.
roommate wrote this? She'll never hear this.
Oh my god. Wait, let me look at the syntax of it. Wait, I have it here.
Yeah. What do you think?
Huh.
This could be her.
Really in a, yeah. Yeah, really in a pickle. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they're in a long-term
The roommate is in a long-term relationship
Okay.
with somebody else.
Oh, who lives in Canada? You've never met her.
Who
You've never
knows?
met her. You've never heard of her. I don't know. Yeah, I guess maybe if you, I don't know. Do you think that like if they were to mention it to their roommate in kind of like a jovial way to kind of like cut tension, like isn't it funny how I've had certain I don't know. What do you? I mean,
I wouldn't do it.
you wouldn't. Yeah,
I wouldn't
maybe
no
not,
because
yeah.
like this is someone you live with.
Right,
This is also
yeah.
someone who is not open to the idea of anything with a new
Right.
person anytime soon. So like it's like how much positive can come out of you doing it.
Right.
That's
yeah,
and
that's a
it's
good-
like you have something to express, but maybe it'd be better like digested by someone else.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like, right
Fun
at-
idea, roommate threesome.
yeah.
So you get the roommate's long-term partner, and then you get yourself, and you both of you, the roommate and the partner, they lay on the bed, and you say, "Hey, seems lonely with you two. I think you might need a third." And then they will be very responsive to that and say, "Yes, please." And
They will be responsive to that.
they will be
It's my
responsive.
favorite part of it.
They will be very responsive to that. What? Yeah. So
Yeah.
you could do it that way.
Okay.
You could make a shrine to your roommate,
Ooh.
but hide it in a secret place in the house for
Your room.
them to hide it in your room, and when you move out, keep it there, and
Great.
move everything else.
Or all three of them could like take shrooms and then, but then the
Give them dreams about
yeah,
you.
Yeah, then the person having the dreams could be the trip sitter, and then she like ask questions like, "Do you guys ever wonder what time it is? I mean, what time is?"
Yeah, well, maybe it's like you're guiding their trip, and they're like, "All right, I see you're seeing hallucinations. Are any of those hallucinations sex dreams about me by
About
chance?"
me? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely do it. Be creepy, be weird.
Yeah.
And by
Hell
that I
yeah.
mean don't.
I got another one pulled up. This is really tough. How do you find a good therapist? I'm in high school, and I really want to talk to someone about all my issues, but I don't know anything about picking one. I'm also worried about bringing up the therapy idea to my mom, since she has different experiences than I do and doesn't really understand my side of things. Any advice would be greatly appreciated. P.S. I'll try not to pick a therapist that falls asleep while I'm talking. That's a very good one, because I think we had a guest recently who's there. Yeah.
Poor thing.
Yeah.
Are there so are these messages just from all over the place, or
Yeah.
Yeah,
just-
pretty much,
just
yeah.
New York? I mean, I found a pretty good therapist who has like a website full of like resources on it. Yeah, because there are some websites like that. Is there like, I think my therapist specializes more in like kind of queer stuff, but there are like resources out there, because I mean therapy's expensive. So
Yeah.
like if you're gonna pick one, you know, if you're gonna pay out of pocket for somebody, it should be someone who's like particularly suited to like what you're dealing with. But yeah. Yeah, I would definitely don't I would say definitely don't, just make sure you have multiple options that you're looking at, because I've had 30 different therapists.
You've had 30 therapists?
Basically, yeah.
Was there any like where you were like, okay, like I'm gonna move on from this one, try another one?
Yeah. Like
Was
the
there a
last-
to where you were like, all right, 28's the charm?
Yeah.
Yeah, 28
I don't
times the
know.
charm.
I mean, yeah, it was like, because it was mostly. I guess it wasn't. It was mostly psychiatrists that I'd be talking to, who then say, "Okay, how are you feeling?" But then there wasn't any like CBT or whatever kind of therapy with it. So I finally found one. I have to pay out of pocket for him, which is like $150 a week.
Yeah. Woof.
But he's been pretty helpful, and he's actually like, he's actually super nice. Where he said like, if it's too much, we can negotiate prices. Like somebody like that.
Yeah, some
who's
people do
Yeah.
work on a sliding scale.
Yeah.
Also, looking at different like modalities like CBT, DBT, talk therapy, like you want to do research and find what works for you, because sometimes it's not all, it's not always like you sit there and you talk to them. Some people have different things that they do.
Yeah, and then sometimes like there's some groups like if you want to try like being in like a group setting first, or just to know like, hey, you're not alone. So sometimes it's helpful seeing that.
I think also is like a therapist who you can I think a really good mark of a good therapist is when they make a choice that actually doesn't benefit them but still benefits you.
Yeah.
Is like I have a therapist that I actually recently had a session with, but it was the first time I've had a session in a while, because she recently started her own practice and I just wasn't able to afford regular sessions the way I was able to when she was under a different group. And she was like, hey, I completely understand that you're not able to. I'm always here if and when you're able to, but here are some other places you may be able to look if you want to continue seeing and speaking to someone, and so she was still trying to find solutions for me and be of service to me, even though me seeing her was not the thing that just made the most sense to me. Like she was able to remove herself, and like the thing is, like, basically ego was not a thing for her.
Yeah.
That was, and like serving her own personal needs. Like she was able to just help see me and treat me as a person, and that really I feel supersedes everything else when I'm speaking to her, as I feel taken care of as a person. Yeah.
Definitely.
All
And
right.
so that's
We got one more, and this
Let's do
one's
it.
fun. A listener was recently listening to our past episode with Tessa Bell. Shout out to Tessa Bell.
Shout out to Tessa Bell.
About we talked about nurses and how they can be really mean. Apparently, there was a study done about what career paths high school bullies chose. Male bullies typically become cops, but female bullies usually go into nursing. This person
Whoa.
says, "I just think it's interesting, isn't it?"
That is interesting.
Do you have anything coming up for you?
Yeah, because I mean, I wouldn't describe her necessarily as a bully. She was just, it was the sort of situation where she felt like she could be sort of like mean to me in college, because like thinking that I wouldn't like make a big fuss about it, because I often wouldn't. I just wouldn't want to waste my time. But like, so just like a lot of like, weird insults about my intelligence and stuff like that for years. And then they're a nurse now, and they're on Facebook talking about, how hard it was treating COVID patients. So,
Wow.
well, I mean,
Maybe she fucking deserved it,
Well, I'm not necessarily saying that. It's just very kind of.
The rest of the nurses didn't.
Yeah,
but
the rest
she
of the
did.
nurses,
That's
nurses.
good.
I went to nursing school for like a minute.
You did?
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was.
Were you a bitch
Yeah, it was. Well, I was
in the past?
In the past, yeah. No, it wouldn't. I mean, because nurses do a lot of work, and
Yes.
like not that being a doctor isn't hard, but yeah, it wasn't.
Doctors don't do that much.
Yeah, they really
It's real
don't.
Nurses.
Yeah,
It's all the patients, actually.
yeah, all the
Yeah.
yeah,
We're out
fucking-
here really making it easy for everyone.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
exactly.
did you the kindness of getting sick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I did the kindness of getting the softball injury.
Yes.
Yeah, it's true.
You're doing so much for the industry.
I know. Yeah. But I'm sorry that. So you think that all female nurses are bullies? Well,
No,
not all.
I mean, it's just like it just seemed like an interesting career path to choose when if you're supposed to be going into that field to protect the vulnerable, and like maybe like okay, maybe she was like, I didn't bully anybody else except for this one bitch when you wouldn't do anything, but yeah, but she called me later and was like, how you have diabetes, and then I think she thought she had diabetes, and then I was able to be like, well, no, because she said, I'm taking a test and I'll get the results back in 2 weeks, and I'm like, it doesn't take 2 weeks to figure out if you have diabetes. You'll hear back tomorrow.
so she was a bad nurse.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, and then she didn't have it, so hey,
Diabetes is more of a vibe.
Yeah.
more of a
Yeah.
Were you inspired by Nick Jonas? Do you remember he had diabetes?
I do.
I think he
don't
probably still
really.
has.
Well, yeah, still has it.
I really.
It's a hard
I didn't.
thing to get rid of.
Yeah.
Unless
No, I
you're
didn't-
Eric Adams. But that's
Halle
type 2.
Berry. Halle Berry.
Really?
has diabetes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she didn't sing about it like Nick
She
Jonas.
didn't- Yeah. Yeah, I guess I wasn't really all that familiar with the Jonas Brothers. I mean, I
What did
know.
Nick Jonas sing? Sugar.
No, he
Oh,
sang
wait.
a little bit longer and I'll be fine.
Oh.
So it's like a song about his diabetes.
Oh.
Our good friend Alex Murdoch, shout out to her, has a joke about how like at 13 she thought she could like save Nick Jonas from his diabetes, which like I
Alex.
feel like a lot of young girls felt. I also think a lot of young queer girls had a fascination with the Jonas Brothers.
Yeah. No, I definitely
I can
did.
save
and,
him from his diabetes.
and
It's so
with the
funny.
One Direction.
I
groups,
had a
yeah.
huge
I
fascination with
was a
One
big-
Direction. Who was your One Direction guy?
It was sort of Zayn, but then I then Harry,
Yeah, whoever was left, kind of.
whoever was, yeah. I don't know. Who was the other guy? Liam? Was it
Yeah.
Liam, yeah.
Liam could
I had
really sing.
phases, yeah.
Yeah. Well, he fucked up his face. He got buccal fat surgery.
He did?
Buccal fat.
Yeah, now he looks like handsome Squidward.
Oh my god.
No, he does.
With
Look
Liam.
Look up
Payne?
Liam Payne buccal fat removal.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Is it buccal or is it buccal?
I feel like
the
it should
fat,
be pronounced buccal, but from what I
Where you
understand,
take-
it's
where you
buccal.
take the-
Yeah, where you take the fat out. Yeah.
Like with
Yeah,
it's not a good idea.
for God knows what reason. Yeah, because who knows
Yeah.
if it's growing
I
back.
think Madonna did Madonna do that? Too?
Oh god. Oh god, he looks so much worse.
Yeah.
Poor Liam. Yeah, these celebrities are getting scammed left and
Yeah.
right, and they're looking like marbles.
I
you
know.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, last thing, my
Yes.
my mom went to high school with Madonna.
What?
Whoa.
Yeah, Rochester Adams High School.
What was Madonna like?
Well, my mom said that I think she was a year older than Madonna was, and then Madonna was a really good dancer and like did some dance for the talent show that made everybody upset. But yeah, but that she was very smart and I don't know, really good dancer.
So just
I
had
said-
nice things to say about Madonna?
Had nice things to say about Madonna. Ciccone, that was her last name. And then-
Madonna Ciccone.
that was her. Yeah, that was the last name. And my mom was so thrilled to have her her older brother's senior picture, Tony Ciccone's senior picture. I guess.
So,
I love a fake sounding name.
Yeah, me too.
But Madonna didn't never say speed it up.
Speed it up. No. I think maybe she started pronouncing it Ciccone, but it's definitely
Oh.
pronounced Ciccone. I think.
Yeah.
Tony Ciccone. What happened to Tony?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm sure she had a bunch of brothers. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What happened to them?
Oh God. She ate them one by one and took their youth.
Oh god. Oh wait, have you seen the video of Madonna I think it's in like a theater in Germany, and she's like, "Oh my god, I think if we all farted at the same time, it would be awesome."
What?
She did. So she's an edgelord? I love her.
That's
It
awesome.
was so funny.
legend.
But what's really sad is that she's like, "All right, everyone, 1, 2, 3," and then you can't hear anything. You so want to hear a good fart at that
Yeah.
point.
Dang.
The whole venue explodes. And speaking of
is awesome.
exploding the venue,
Yes,
we have come to our last segment.
Okay.
Lucas, what is it?
we have. Well, it's really two things that we have.
two
First
segments.
off, we have a self-perception corner where we ask our guests to describe how they believe that they are perceived by other people, and then we say how we actually perceive you.
Okay. Oh. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Yeah, you got it.
I think I'm perceived as like maybe a little shy. I worry that I seem insecure. I'm not, but certainly not like about like myself. Just about like family stuff. But I'm hopefully everybody thinks I'm very friendly. I'm a very loyal, friend, and I care a lot about people, even though like it's because how people talk about some things being thankless or whatever, like I'm like super enthusiastic about like helping people out and stuff.
Mhm.
If anybody's ever
If anyone listening is looking, you're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Was that weird?
That's not
No,
weird at all.
no,
No.
no.
You're no, not at all. I would say the first time I met you, I didn't necessarily think you were shy, but I definitely thought, okay, this person likes to keep to themselves maybe a little bit, and I didn't want to talk and impose too much. But the thing is, you are so good at using your natural just flavor as a person, as a human being, on stage so charismatically, and it draws people in so well. And every time I've spoken to you, you're always like a breeze to talk to. You're always very lovely, and yeah, but yeah,
Thank you.
I'm always astounded by just how just perfect you are so good at your own instrument. You are so good at playing it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do you remember the first time we met?
I think so. Right?
Yeah, at an open mic in Eastville.
Right. Yeah.
I was doing this, so this is funny now, but I was doing this very like hacky joke about how Helen Keller was a eugenicist, and you yelled, "What about Margaret Sanger?" And I was really drunk and I didn't know you, and I was like, "Who heckled me?" And then and it was really awkward for everyone. They were like, "What the fuck just happened?" And then I got off stage and I was like, "What did you mean, what about Margaret Sanger?" And you explained to me Margaret Sanger's history of eugenicism, and I was like, "Oh, this person rules." And then we just became buddies after that. I remember that.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. I mean, it's like, I was like, what am I doing? I was like, hey, I shouldn't say anything. What am I doing? But I was, yeah.
Well, it was so funny because everyone was in such a state of discomfort about it, but I know myself in that I'm just kind of direct. So I just went up to you after. I was like, well, let's talk about it. And then it was clear you were the same type of person. It was like, let's just talk about it.
Yeah.
But there's so many people who are like so avoidant of those kinds of things, you know. And you're right, it was dumb because I later found out Helen Keller was a eugenicist because, I mean, she was really sad about being as disabled as she was, which doesn't make it right to be a eugenicist, but she didn't want other people to have.
Makes you wonder just like
disabilities.
how much she hated life.
She can't have loved things. Maybe she loved something, but things were hard for her.
She probably really loved food.
Yeah, and sex.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did she? Fuck.
I'm sure.
Has anyone been like, yeah, I did?
She had a husband, I think.
Oh, did she? Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't know this.
She wasn't like, was she like a communist too? or
She was a
something?
communist, yeah.
Awesome, but
Yeah.
eugenics, boo. I don't know.
She was a
Yeah.
complex woman.
Yeah,
I'm not
that's the
seeing on
thing.
Wikipedia. I am not seeing.
Yeah. 'Cause that's the thing. Like a lot of
spouse.
people supported that
Yeah.
back in the day, and like all doctors.
You know, she and I
Yeah.
used to date.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It ended. Things ended bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She didn't see me for who I was.
I was
Yeah.
waiting for some.
Fuck.
Yeah.
We have a sillier segment now.
Oh yes.
It's called Prophecy Corner.
Yes.
So you can make this answer anything you want, but like, where do you like see yourself in the next 5-10 years?
You and be weird with it.
Well, so I've been in this. So I'm currently in this. So like I'm a certified like pharmacy technician, and but like so working in like especially over the pandemic, like working in retail was like nasty, and you know I felt like was it Rite Aid was doing some unethical things. So in the future I will have no diseases, no diabetes, and I will be able to you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it so you can actually play games on these insulin pump things. You can play Snake. You can play Words with Friends. That way, to make sure everybody who has diabetes is awake and aware of, I don't know, keeping track of everything. No, man, because, like, you know, Bill Maher is 68 years old, and he talks like he's like in his 20s, and he's just such an anti-vax dipshit about it.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys see that that documentary Ren Fair?
No, I didn't.
Wait, yes, I
know about
watched
it.
the first episode of it,
right. So
where the guy is I just remember I have this one memory of it. So it's about like these people who run a Renaissance fair,
Yes.
but it's like Succession for the Renaissance fair.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
And they're trying to like take over the fair. Like there's like a couple of people who want to do it, and there's this one guy, and he goes, it's like a very serious shot of him. He goes, "I've always been a performer," and then there's a still of him performing as Shrek. And he goes, "I've always been a performer. In my high school play, I was Shrek." I don't think I've ever laughed so hard at a documentary. I was like, that's why you want to take over the Ren Fair? Because you're Shrek?
Yeah, but like the guy who runs it, King George
Yeah.
or whatever, that's like Bill Maher in 5 years.
Oh, that's really
And
true.
it's like probably Donald Trump next month, Joe Biden next week. No, I mean,
If you
Two-
think
2
you can
days.
take over the Ren Fair, you're wrong. Okay.
can't do it.
That's a good Bill Maher. That's a great Bill Maher, and it's almost Trump too.
Yeah.
I guess Trump is more like
Yeah. Oh, it's just cute. Yeah, it's a little. If you think you can take over the Ren Fair, you're wrong. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Trump is more like, "What's up, guys? I'm Donald Trump."
Yeah.
That's my impression. I'm a really good impressionist.
Joe Biden. Hey.
Wait,
Corn Pop was a bad dude. I don't know.
Do you have a good Kamala impression?
I could do Elizabeth Warren maybe.
Do Elizabeth
Okay,
Warren.
okay.
Hey, I hate billionaires so much they should be called by their real name, William-naires. That's actually not that's my friend Lisa Lang, who does the best Elizabeth Warren impression. She did that, but she and I are the same person.
William Harris. That's so good.
William-naires.
You-
I will say one of my favorite, it was not only an impression, but it was a description of an impression that Kate McKinnon did on SNL that I still think about, where I'm like, God damn, that was good. And she said, "I'm Elizabeth Warren. I sound like I got 5 sons and they all do different sports." It was so good.
That's phenomenal. I love that.
Just being like so energetic, but also trying to psych yourself up like, I'm doing okay.
Yes.
It was amazing.
Carrie, do you have any final words?
Any final
for
words
the
for the
listeners.
people?
I can.
Where
I
they
can
can find you?
Oh yeah, so you can find me on Instagram. Oh, my YouTube channel is Chargoond. SCHARGOOND. It's this word I found for xanthan gum, which is an ingredient in everything.
Yes, I know about
So I
xanthan
thought-
gum.
Yeah. So I'm Chargoond.
a good band name.
Yeah, it's
on
xanthan gum.
YouTube, like it's 2 O's ND on YouTube, and on Insta and TikTok and Twitter. You know that thing. You know that dying.
X.
So, X, man, dead name Twitter.
Yeah, don't dead name her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, everybody, yeah, YouTube is the place to go. Right, I've got all these
You know
weird
it.
shorts. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
I'm
Absolutely.
wearing weird shorts right now. We got
They're
lots of
wonderful shorts.
Great
shorts.
shorts.
Weird at all.
Fall off me while I'm swinging on the swing set. Anyways, thank you so much for having me.
Oh my
Of
God,
course.
you are.
And
we're
if
gonna-
you have time, we'll do a Patreon.
we'd like to do a
someday
little.
as well,
I
yeah.
want to do a text or drink with her.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, but check us out on Patreon. We're gonna have some more fun with Carrie. But you can find me on all social media at Lucas T Arnold. Please sign up for my mailing list if you haven't already. Please, if you are in Edinburgh during August, please come see me and Gabby, our flagship show.
We're going to Fringe.
Meerkat Comedy Hour.
We're
It's gonna
going
be
to
a blast.
Fringe.
Come see us, and we'll see you there. Anything more, Gabby?
Anything more? I am bringing back my courtroom themed sexuality show. Wait,
Best
but are you
show.
sure? With my co-host for the month, Audrey Black. We're gonna have rotating co-hosts, and I'm so excited. It's gonna be a fiction bar, July 27th, 7 p.m. I'll see you there. Thank you to Carrie Ross.
Thank you, Carrie
Thank you to our
Ross.
listeners. We've been two Nosy Meerkats. Stay right here. Check us out on Patreon.
Yes.
All right.
All right.